The Royal Rumble is a few more weeks away, and there's still not a lot to talk about. I mean, there is, but some stuff we don't want to divulge in, but some we do. The Rock concert obviously was odd. It was funny, but it was odd. Just the whole Raw overall was odd. Just not seeing a lot of more legends, a lot more things like that. Even though towards the end you saw a bunch of the agents who are technically legends, like Finley, Art Anderson, IRS, break up the CM Punk, Rock thing. But I mean, it was a great night regardless. It just didn't feel right for a 20th anniversary. Maybe a little more time or something. Just something did not feel right for this show. Hopefully, with the 50th anniversary of the WWE Championship coming up, they'll make up for it. But the night was great overall. It just didn't feel right to me, from my opinion. Anyway, with the Royal Rumble, there's only a few things to talk about here, so we'll go through them very quickly. First off, the world title's on the line. Alberto Del Rio, the new champion, faces the former champion, The Big Show. It looks like a normal match. There's no stipulation of any kind. When in fact these two men faced off in a last man standing match on SmackDown, which Alberto Del Rio won in a very good, very smart fashion, putting the announce table on top of Big Show after hitting him with a steel steps to the point where there was a dent the size of Big Show's head into the steel steps. You could actually see it. It was hilarious. But that being said, I don't think Del Rio will be a transitional world champion, so you can expect Big Show to win the match, but possibly a Dolph Ziggler cash in. He still has the Money in the Bank, and at this point, it would make more sense for Dolph Ziggler to cash it in on a face world champion than a heel. Not because he can't cash it in on the Big Show, but because with this whole AJ Lee, Biggie Langston thing going on, you don't want to make him face all of a sudden. You want to keep the real going, because even though he gets the cheers, he's still technically a bad guy. So, yeah, he's just that little kayfabe bullshit that you have to deal with. Next up, the Tag Team Championships. Team Hell No versus Team Road Scholars. I think we've seen this before, but the only thing that's changed is the involvement of Dr. Shelby, which was hilarious on Raw, and it was funny. Overall, I don't really care for this match. This is a hard one to pick, too, because I don't want Team Hell No to implode. At the same time, Team Road Scholars deserves tag team titles. So if I were to pick someone, I would have to go with Team Road Scholars just on the button, just seeing what they might be able to do. Now, as far as the Royal Rumble concerned, last week we went through the entire list of competitors, but a new name has surfaced as of last night, the Intercontinental Champion Wade Barrett, who honestly I feel Wade Barrett would be an amazing choice to win the Royal Rumble. Like I said with Antonio Cesaro before, could pull an Ultimate Warrior holding the United States title and either the World title or the WWE title. Same be said for Wade Barrett, especially since he's the Intercontinental Champion, which the Ultimate Warrior held at one point during that time at WrestleMania 6. I'm not comparing the two together. It's like comparing ice cream to horse manure, but those comparisons to title-wise are still there. But Wade Barrett has been in these environments before. He's been a bare-knuckle brawler in the UK, in Europe, all over the world. So he's a fighter. You think of Bad News Brown back in the day to someone like Wade Barrett, except the minor nose change, but regardless. Wade Barrett will probably go far in this Rumble, but who's to say that we might have more surprises? We might have agents, like I said before, Finley, maybe IRS, maybe even Jamie Noble. I don't know. I think Jamie Noble was shown at the end too. That was, I didn't know that till last night. Like the last few seconds are going very quick. You rarely see all that stuff. But Royal Rumble is a few more weeks away, and the road to WrestleMania and the Hall of Fame, which we'll talk about later, rolls on.